In this tutorial, we'll walk through the complete process of rigging and animating eyes in Blender 3D. The link to this Blender file is in the description. Rename the eye to eye.r and the eyelids to eyelidbottom.r and eyelidtop.r. Temporarily hide the eyelids. Make sure that you have the Rigify add-on enabled. Use Shift-A to add a single bone. Move the bone in front of the eye and scale it as needed. In the outliner, rename the armature to eyebone.r. Select the eye mesh and open the Constraints tab. Add a Track 2 constraint with the target set to the eyebone.r. To fix the eye position, change the track axis to -y and the up to z. When you select the bone and move it, the eye should follow the bone correctly by using G and X to move along the x-axis and G and Z to move along the z-axis. Unhide the eyelids. Use Shift-A to add a single bone and move it to the front of the eye and scale it down. Rename the bone to eyelidbone.r. Rotate the bone 90 degrees on the x-axis using R, X, and 90, and use Ctrl-A to apply the rotation. Select the top eyelid, add a copy rotation constraint, and set the target to eyelidbone.r. Test the constraint by rotating the bone around the x-axis by using R and X. Select the bottom eyelid, add a copy rotation constraint, and set the target to eyelidbone.r. Test the constraint by rotating the bone around the x-axis by using R and X. To fix the issue of both eyelids rotating the same direction, select the bottom eyelid. Under the constraint options, select Invert X. Then test the constraint by rotating the bone around the x-axis by using R and X. To limit the bone rotation, select the eyelid bone and open the Object Data Properties tab. Lock the Y and Z axis rotation properties by selecting the lock icons. Test the constraint by rotating the bone around the x-axis by using R and X. Use the A key to select the eye, eyelids, and bones. Use Shift-D to duplicate the selection, and use G and X to move them to the right. Rename all the duplicated objects using the suffix .l. Test all the bones to make sure they're working correctly. Select all the bones and use the M key to move them to their own collection. Use Shift-A to add a single bone between the two eye bones to act as a master eye controller. Scale it so it is slightly bigger than the eye bones, and rename it in the outliner to Eye Controller. Select both eye bones and shift-select the controller. Use Ctrl-P and select Object to parent the eye bones to the controller. Move the controller to confirm both eyes move together. The individual eye bones can still be controlled separately. Use Shift-A to add a single bone between the two eyelid bones to act as a master eyelid controller. Scale it so it's slightly bigger than the eyelid bones and rename it in the outliner to Eyelid Controller. Rotate the eyelid controller around the x-axis by 90 degrees by using RX90. Use Ctrl-A to apply the rotation. Select both bones and shift-select the controller. Use Ctrl-P and select Object to parent the eye bones to the controller. Move the controller to confirm both eyes move together. The individual eyelid bones can still be used separately. Select all the controller bones and use the M key to move them to their own collection. On frame 1, select both controller bones and use the I key to add keyframes. On frame 25, use the eye controller to move the eyes and use the I key to add keyframes. On frame 35, select the eyelid controller and rotate the eyelids until they're shut and use the I key to add keyframes. On frame 45, select the eyelid controller and rotate the eyelids until they are open and use the I key to add keyframes. Play the animation to see the result. You've now successfully built a complete eye rig system in Blender, including eye tracking, eyelid controls, master controllers, and a simple animated blank. Thanks for following along with this tutorial. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good day.